We're live. Hey, what's going on, guys? We are talking Oscars right after the show. No intro, y'all. We unlike Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel tonight. We are going quick. But guys, let us know as we're talking your thoughts on the Oscars this year. Some big wins that came out of it. So definitely let us know what your thoughts are. And for on this great awards, I would say. I mean, there was amazing sweep by EEAO, man. Everything, if it feels like everything, it didn't win. All Quiet on the Western Front won, and shockingly, no Elvis. Some big surprises, man. But Lo, what are just like your general thoughts on the Oscars this year? I mean, we got a lot to talk about with Michelle Yeoh. Lots of big wins, man. What'd you think?
I think my biggest takeaway is I don't know if I've ever found Jimmy Kimmel funny.
Me neither,
So
man.
his jokes, a lot of his jokes went over my head. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know who Robert Blake is or whatever.
Ooh.
He was saying a lot of jokes. I was like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But speeches, a lot of great speeches. Even the speech from the guy that won the best live action short or animated short, I think it was. Those two guys, the British guys, the guy that won best score, like really good, heartfelt speeches, and you just love to see it. Like these people that might not get a chance to be in the spotlight again, they really got to bask in it and thank their families and put their hearts out on the stage, and you love to see it. And then also, we are going to get into the bigger nominees, of course, but all of them had amazing speeches. I know some people were scratching their heads when Jamie Lee Curtis got up there, but she actually gave a really good speech that I thought was really nice. Like that it's like kind of celebrating the Oscars, not just for her. Like she didn't accept it on her behalf. She accepted it on like a group of people's behalf of pretty much the whole film. And I thought that was really cool. So
yeah, I got to launch right off that, man. I was so upset with that. I'm not gonna lie. I reacted exactly how Angela Bassett looked. I was like, listen, I thought she personally deserved it. I understand Jamie Lee Curtis has been around for a while. I don't think this is quite the role, in my opinion. If anything, I think Stephanie Hsu should have won that.
right.
But hey, I mean, we got what we got. So congratulations, Jamie Lee Curtis. She's great. She's been in some phenomenal films and roles, but I just felt like, there were a couple more deserving hands to be grabbing that trophy tonight. But at the same time, hey, glad for the EAAO crew. They really cleaned up, and somebody actually made a good point. I said they won 4 out of the big 5, but honestly, they could have won the big 5. I mean, if you count these 2 supporting actress and actor wins, that pretty much makes up for that actor that they missed, and they don't have a lead actor. So they won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Lead Actress, and then they got Supporting Actor and Actress. It's like, they pretty much won the big 5. And then they also
and to
got
top it off,
editing.
editing, right?
Yeah, yep. They also got editing in there as well. I mean, they really cleaned up. I know, what was it? There was one more. Oh, yep, editing. So we hit all of them. So such a great sweep this year of EAO, man. I mean, it seems like the second year in a row they picked like a very heartfelt movie. We had Coda last year, we had this year, so seems like a heartfelt little string we have going on here, man. But let me know some of your surprises. No Elvis? Crazy, huh?
I mean, look, I was rooting for Brendan Fraser, so I'm not mad about it. I think Austin Butler had the best shot. I'm not sure about
Yeah.
screenplay or sound or anything else. Maybe
I
makeup,
thought
even though I didn't.
production design and makeup were some potential,
Right.
but yeah. It looks like
What's up,
what's up,
Colby?
Mike and Rodney Dalla. Uh, happy. He's happy. Elvis got nothing.
There you go.
Ooh-wee. Tar got nothing. Yeah, no Tar. I didn't see it getting anything after the SAG Awards. I was like, all right, that's it for Kate.
And I
Pretty
think
much.
the best shot it had was cinematography. But the beginning of this ceremony, I thought All Quiet was creeping up on EAO for
A
a second.
little,
They
yeah,
they were
yeah.
building up some suspense. They were like kind of started picking up some wins, like so.
Shout out here from Nathan Pro Gamer. Proud to be Indian. Great win by Natu Natu. RRR. If you haven't seen it yet, you gotta watch it, man. It's so
Yo,
good.
Nathan, I just saw Triple R in theaters a couple of days ago.
Yes.
It was a truly mesmerizing experience. It's just as good as everyone's hyped it up to be, and I'm so happy for the Triple R crew to be able to celebrate a Oscar, if not, the best international one. But that was really cool for Natu Natu.
Yeah, India didn't run RRR, and I know they got to be back at home just upset that they did not win that.
Right, and also their speech was great. I loved the composer doing the Carpenters, but he kind of remixed it with his own lyrics. That was fantastic.
Yeah, man. Like, even the performance I thought was cool. Like, the performance at the Oscars was good. It was pretty short, but it was fun. It looked interactive, it was like really fun and full of energy and life.
It might have to take me a week to even try to emulate that footwork, man.
For real, man.
Them crazy legs and them heels and like clicking out left and right.
Like the little bopping back and forth with the legs. I'm like, dude.
Amazing. And then, or even that line they did with the little line dance part, like, I don't even know. I would have kicked somebody. I would have kicked somebody's shin and we all would have fell. So.
Rodney saying Kate's face when Michelle Yeoh won, she looked like she was disappointed.
Well,
yeah, I mean, it happens. I didn't even notice that, though. I guess I was so fixated on Michelle. I was just like,
hey, the Queen one Michelle. Reaction, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but the one reaction I noticed was Todd Field. I don't think he thought the Daniels should have won. His face looked like, his face was like, the Daniels, so.
After that DGA win, I was like, they're a lock. They're locked.
Right.
They beat Spielberg out in DGA. Yeah. See ya.
What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, Andrew? Thanks for dropping in, man. Hey, Geek Ledger.
Yeah.
Rihanna performance, amazing. I agree with you.
Yes. Oh, chills. Oh my God.
So good. Lady Gaga performance, like no one introduced her. She just started her. What was up with her removing the makeup? What happened with that?
I think she wanted she went bare bones and she went with the no intro. I think she just wanted people to focus on the song. I thought that was cool, and I didn't realize how much.
Cool too, but I'm sure her makeup artist was pissed. I mean, her makeup artist was like, the fuck?
You are speaking for people on their behalf. I respect it. I didn't even think about that. So, hey, somewhere she has a makeup artist, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Somewhere that makeup artist like, "Damn, God, what the fuck, Stephanie?" What's going on, Alex Rivers? Thanks for dropping in, bro. Good to see you.
Thanks for joining.
But yes, man. Like, just cool moments all night long. I think my biggest surprise is the Angela Bassett, but I mean, after SAG, it was like, all right, well, that's what I predicted. Jamie Lee.
Yeah.
Was there any other big surprise? I guess All Quiet getting all that it was getting, like you said earlier, it was creeping up. But once it didn't get screenplay, I was like, okay, that's it.
Right. Well, my big surprise was Sarah Polley.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was going to get it. I was rooting for her, but I'm really glad. I'm a big fan of women talking. I haven't quite finished my review. Oh, you didn't think she would get adapted? What was that?
You didn't think she would get adapted?
I didn't think she had a shot. I thought it might have I thought it might slip away from someone else. So
that's totally understandable. I kind of thought I figured she would get that one because WGA, and then there's something else. There was something else. Oh, since they were barely nominated for anything, I was like, all right, they might mess around and give it that. But no Banshees of Inisherin. No Elvis.
Yeah.
That's a shocker. Neither of those took anything on the board. I mean, okay, I guess another surprising. What do you think about the Whale winning over Elvis in makeup? Because I thought Elvis would have it over the Whale.
Right. No, I thought the work they did on Austin Butler in particular when he got older looked amazing.
Right.
But, I know some people were complaining about that one. Actually, I've seen Twitter kind of like the Whale, saying this and that. But I mean, it's so fickle. That race was very literally. I mean, I thought the Batman was great. That could have went to anybody in that
Wakanda Forever.
So.
Yeah. So, there was a great lineup there. Really good lineup. Wished Babylon got something, says Rodney.
Okay, I'll say this. I thought they had a shot at production design, but it said a lot when I think All Quiet took that one, right?
Yeah.
So All Quiet took that. All Quiet took cinematography. All Quiet took score. So
so
they were kind of like picking up some steam, but You know,
See, and that was like, I thought Babylon was going to take score. I thought for sure Babylon was going
right?
to take score.
I thought
But I'm
Babylon had a shot, but they walked away empty-handed. Surprisingly,
empty-handed. I was like, man, no Babylon, nothing. Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Yeah, that was a good moment. Hey,
yeah, that
Auntie,
was
we
good to
love
see
you.
them on stage again.
Yeah, and they're a good duo thus far.
Can't wait to see them do more stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
For real. I feel like everyone who won deserved to win. Agreed. I don't know about Jamie, but I guess with how long she's been acting, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what bothers me. Like, I don't agree that, just because someone's been in the game a long time, let's give them one. I don't agree with that. And that's happened several times in the past. I don't know if the Academy is just up to their old bag of tricks on that one, but for me, I was rooting for Brendan. I was rooting for Michelle. And I think we all kind of knew he had this locked. I mean, he literally, he won everything else.
Yep, he won
So,
everything but BAFTA, and they were just being wild.
right. So I think he deserved it, and I was so happy for Brendan. As much as I thought maybe Austin might take it, maybe Colin Farrell had a chance, I was so happy when they said Brendan Fraser. And then his face said it all, because his eyes got big and he started breathing hard, and I was just like, there you go, man. Like, he's a great dude, and I'm really glad to see him take a win.
Yeah, like you were saying about the speeches, I think him and Ki Hui Kwan had the best speeches of the night. And also the Daniels too. I thought the Daniels had a really good speech as well. Lady Aaron, a little salty there about that Babylon. I don't blame you. That was a shock. That was another shocking one. That was just like, oh shit. Definitely
Babylon
thought
Babylon
was
I thought that one had a real good shot at the score. It was amazing.
Had a beautiful score, and it was like out of the whole pack, I was like, that was the score I kept running back to out of that pack of them. So I thought for sure it would, but yeah, no. Loretto, Top Gun Maverick took home more dubs than Elvis,
right?
And Banshees, I think. Because did Banshees get anything?
No, they got shut out. I saw a tweet. Tar, Banshees, and Elvis got shut out.
Shut out. Completely shut out.
Oh, and Fablemans. Fablemans got shut out.
Fablemans shut out completely. I'm like, wow, EAAO really did sweep. Like, this was their year. They got it.
To be honest, there was a part of me that thought, okay, writing might go to Banshees, directing might go to Spielberg or something, and I thought they would just take Best Picture and I'd be happy with it. But man, I didn't expect the sweep. So,
Geek Ledger saying a lot of people had qualms about Elvis. Seen people saying it shouldn't have been from the manager's perspective. That's a big complaint, and that was actually my biggest criticism of the movie was that perspective, that character. Sorry, Tom Hanks. Even that was just, it was a no for me.
It's so weird to say that because it's freaking Tom Hanks, but yeah, no, he was not the shining star of that film at all. So.
And Austin was good. I actually really, if Austin would have won tonight, I would have been like, okay, deserved, because I did think he really did well, and I know that there's a side that feels, Elvis is an easier celebrity to impersonate. I totally get that side too. But I feel that Austin put some good stuff in, and that he actually did put a little bit of himself in it. But he needs to quit with the accent.
Rodney saw what I saw.
What's that?
Right here. But that director from Tar looked like he was ready to walk out. No, he looked pissed. Like, I thought he thought maybe he had a shot, or maybe somebody else than the Daniels. I don't know. Maybe there's some beef there. Who knows?
Let me go see if I can find that video. Cause that sounds like some tea right there, and I didn't get to see
Kobe's
that.
over here saying, after Furry Vengeance and Monkey Bone, who would have thought Brendan Fraser would have an Oscar? Hell yeah,
Here we are, man. Here we are.
Rick O'Connell from The Mummy, baby. I love The Mummies. So,
Brendan and Michelle, did Mummy 3 together. Speaking of Mummy,
Tyler Calvert's in the building. What's up, Tyler?
What's going on, man? EAO sweep this year and 80 for Brady. Wow. I mean, if we keep on going with the upbeat films, we've had 2 years straight of upbeat films. Give it to Rita Moreno. Give her a freaking Oscar.
Oh, goodness.
Just give it to her, y'all. Okay.
Oh man, I don't know about that one.
Wow, one of the worst snubs and ever. And I don't know, Lady Aaron. I think one of the there's I think much worse. I even think the Angela Bassett one is worse than the Babylon, if that's what you're
Yeah.
talking. Unless you were talking about the Angela Bassett, then I would agree with that. But I will say, All Quiet totally pulled a Dune, and it got international. So I was
Right.
like, okay, it really cleaned up more. I guess a little more than I thought. I was like, BAFTA kind of. I don't know. BAFTA didn't get any of the acting. None
Yeah.
of their acting wins won. Thank goodness. I mean, Barry Keoghan over Ki Kwan. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know,
That
man.
ain't
Y'all
happening.
crazy.
No,
Yeah.
that ain't happening. I think if anything, I think Colin Farrell could have snuck in, but
Yeah, I think he kind of dropped some steam after SAG. After Brendan got it, I was like, ooh, you got SAG with Brendan, and then you've got Austin, and I think it was Critics' Choice had Brendan as well, and then Austin had BAFTA and Golden Globe. So I was like, well,
Golden Globe,
Colin
yeah.
just don't got nothing. But I mean, you never know. Could have pulled a Regina King and just came up out of nowhere. Best animated feature speech, great by Del Toro. Yeah, that was a good one. Hopefully, animated films can get in the freaking best picture. Because let's be real, one or two of those could be plucked out for Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Like it could have been.
I mean, you know what's funny is I didn't hate Triangle of Sadness, but I didn't see it being in that Best Picture lineup. I thought that was really odd. And it's like if they're gonna even bring the film in conversation, it nominated for anything else? They didn't even nominate Dolly De Leon, and I think it was script. I think the script was nominated.
Screenplay,
yeah, but it was really weird to include Triangle of Sadness. So.
Yeah, Dolly De Leon should have been in supporting actrors.
I
would have removed the winner tonight.
Right.
To get Dolly De Leon in the lineup.
Yeah, Dolly De Leon was amazing. So happy for seeing a Filipina queen get some spotlight. So
yeah, she was like one of the best parts of that movie. I mean, she pretty much took that second half and carried that movie.
Right.
Out.
No, I thought she outshined Woody Harrelson, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, easily. She was really good. Like, honestly, best part of the movie, in my opinion. So yeah. I think you could have easily threw her in. But
I kind of like that they showed that clip during the writing clip. It was like, "Who's the captain?" or "Who am I?" And it was like, "You're the captain." She's like, "That's right."
That's right. I'm like, oh, dude, so good. Yeah, I think that and Women Talking were unfortunate ones that like missed everything else. It was just like they were just like, we'll throw you in screenplay, best picture, pat you on the back. You may or may not get. Women Talking got lucky. The WGA gave it the award, and I was like, all right, well, there it goes.
Right.
So it won, and I was just like, the fact that it did not, none of them got supporting actress, not one.
I thought that was appalling. I mean, Jessie Buckley, Claire Foy knocked it out the park, both of them.
If you any of the ones that should have been split should have been that movie. Like it shouldn't have been EAAO. It should have been two supporting actresses from that film. Yes. I mean, Claire Foy and Jessie Buckley, boom, throw them in the category. Kind of an odd leave out there.
Yeah.
Disney going to win Best Animated Feature next year. Yeah, Disney being like the kind of at the bottom of the barrel this time around. Which love Turning Red, but it just had no joy, like no chance at all.
Yeah, I mean, especially in terms of like critical consensus and just general hype going into this. I mean, they had no marketing either. Like the movie came out the beginning of the year, and that was it. So
it just kind of it got dumped onto Disney Plus, and then it was like, okay, bye.
So yeah, it didn't really stick with audiences. I think only the people that really, really, really stan and really got into it, but other than that, it just came and went. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it didn't even get an original song, so I was like, all right, well, that's like if Fort Town had just carried, but I think you're right. It was just too early in the year. If it had come out closer,
best song was stacked this year.
Stacked.
As much as I love Not To, like Rihanna and Lady Gaga came out with some bangers for this. So
I thought maybe I thought for a brief second after that Lift Me Up performance, I was like, are they going to give it to Rihanna? Like, I mean, the Super Bowl, this comeback, I thought maybe they would.
Yeah.
go ahead and give it to her. But yeah, no, it was for Natu, which deserved. But any surprises, any other shocks? I think I'm just still floored over that Elvis, man. Because it
Yeah, I
seemed like
think,
there was a lot of positive going in.
well,
Sorry.
to be honest, Elvis was definitely within my top 5 of the year for a while. I think it dropped out due to me seeing After Sun and Decision to Leave. But I thought Elvis was great. I thought it was an early Best Picture frontrunner. I thought it would have been deserving if somehow it stole it. But I think my biggest thing was Michelle Yeoh and Brendan Fraser, because I just really wasn't sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it easily could have went to Kate, and it easily could have went to Austin Butler. So I think those
Yep.
are my biggest surprises.
Yeah, I think it kind of was like, for me, toward the end of it, it was kind of like I gotta see it to believe it.
Right.
Because it was like you said, they could have easily swung that pendulum the other way and been like, oh, we're giving it to Kate, we're giving it to Austin. Like,
Yeah.
But with Tar, I didn't think Tar was gonna win anything else. And then with Elvis early in the night just missing one after another in its category, I was like, that's it.
Right. I think if it would have won a couple others, maybe costume or something, I think that might have gave it a little bit of push. But yeah, it looks like the Academy wasn't feeling it. So,
which that was a shocker, because I heard there was like standing ovations at Academy screenings, and
yeah,
maybe they were feeling it, but not enough to give it a reward.
Right.
The Batman deserved his best score. Yeah, huge snub. Huge.
Odd
It got
snub,
into
really.
cinematography, right?
No.
See, it should have been in that. Top Gun should have been in cinematography. I was like, what the hell is up with this category?
Yeah, well, what's funny is, I mean, maybe it was a shoe-in for sound, but they got one. I was in my head, I was like, there's no way Top Gun's winning anything, but
yeah,
they got one.
I think it got some kind of award from the Audio Society, so I was like, there goes Top Gun soaring over into that sound wind, and they won more than Banshees, Elvis, Tar. That's crazy to me. I mean, to say Top Gun. And to say Top Gun won more than all three of those movies that seem to have so much steam and momentum coming into this thing.
And also kind of like, I think leaving that ceremony and walking over here to do the stream with you, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like so happy that a movie like Everything Everywhere All at Once won. Like that, it's just a bizarre multiverse film that just has so many crazy elements to it: humor, drama, comedy. The return of Ke Huy Quan, the shining star of Michelle Yeoh, and just like with the wackiness of the film. I think that says a lot about where we're at as a society right now, 2023. I just think it says a lot, and I'm happy. It's like, I think 10 years ago, 20 years ago, the film like that probably wouldn't even be nominated for Best Picture. It just, in my opinion, I just feel like I'm glad the Academy is kind of acknowledging the differences of films. I mean, it said a lot when going back to like Parasite and Moonlight. It's like they're starting to really open up on what they're acknowledging now, and I appreciate that. So
yeah, 100%, man. They're really opening up. Uh-oh, hey, what about Elizabeth Olsen and Pedro? For real. Well, Lizzie was looking great.
Yeah.
I mean, they look snacked up.
Yeah. I would say Janelle Monáe was breaking my neck a little.
Halle Berry was looking good too. I was like,
yeah, with the leg slit, and I can't pronounce her last name. Cara Delevingne.
Yeah,
she kind of caught my eye a little. I was like, wow.
Salma Hayek and Antonio Banderas being up there together. I was like, mommy and Poppy.
Right. And Hugh Grant was killing me with his whole he never used a moisturizer. He's up there looking like a scrotum. I was busting up at that. He roasted the shit out of himself.
that made me bust up, dog.
Oh man, hey, that man's great. He's a good. I'm glad that he's back as well, because he kind of took a break for a long while. So.
Yeah, he's coming back around. Didn't it seem like he was a little faded or something? I was like, I think he's a little faded, y'all.
No, that's why.
Pre-interview, he was like, they're like, who are you rooting for? And he's like, nobody. I was like, this dude. I think he's awesome, y'all.
And what's funny is because he starred in a film way back when with Andie MacDowell, and it was kind of reuniting them from that film they were in. But I feel like there was a couple times she looked at him and she was like, "What are you on?"
Like the hell? So it's like, okay, I think the biggest rob of the night might be Angela and even Stephanie. I mean, it's like, look, if it went to Stephanie, great. She was like a bigger part of EAAO than Jamie Lee Curtis.
I mean, to be
They
honest,
really Academy, bro.
we kind of touched on this before, but yeah, I don't think she deserved the nom. I think there were several actresses that could have gotten over her. And honestly, everyone else was fantastic. You know, Hong Chow, Angela Bassett,
yeah.
Stephanie Hsu, they were all great. Carrie Condon, actually, I thought was, when I first saw Banshees in the theater, I actually thought she might be a dark horse. But like you said, over time, ever since the Globes, Banshees just lost all of its steam. It just didn't win nothing. SAGs, BAFTAs, nothing. I couldn't believe it. So
well, and it cleaned up at BAFTAs. It got
no,
the
you're right.
supporting and
You're right.
Yeah, and a couple other things, but I think it even got best film at. Did it? Or was it all quiet?
I gotta look back. I think it was all quiet. All quiet cleaned up at BAFTA.
Yeah, it did. But Banshee's got a lot too. And then once the SAG came along, it just went burnt. That was just it. Yeah. It was a rough night for the Irish.
Oh, here, I got a surprise for you. Hell yeah, that was cool seeing Jenny, the donkey from Banshees of Inisherin.
Yo, like, so
yes.
Somebody pointed out on Twitter that wasn't even Jenny.
Ah, well,
I was like, damn.
Well, maybe they did it for like a joke or something.
Yeah, they just brought out a donkey and called it Jenny and shit. You know, EO somewhere mad as fuck.
Right. Yo, my boy EO. Oh my god. No, seriously. Low key, maybe like these are two movies that not most people haven't seen, but hell yeah for the donkeys. They got their chance to shine in 2022.
Hell yeah. So. Yeah, see, G. Colby was saying the same. That actually wasn't Jenny.
See, now that makes me sad.
Man. Glad a genre film is getting love at the Oscars. For real. I mean, because you could basically call EAAO a baby Marvel film. It's not necessarily a Marvel film, right? But it's got some qualities of blockbosters.
And more than anything, it's definitely science fiction. So,
yeah.
That's rare.
You could definitely call it like a sci-fi adventure. It's just like you said, a rare win, man. This is a rare sweep. I think one of the rarest we're gonna see, because it wasn't like a No Man Land or like it was like a what you could consider an action sci-fi comedy film. And that rarely happens. So very cool to get this coming right off the Coda win. I mean, it swept way more than Coda, but still, it just is a cool breath of fresh air that we're getting Best Picture wins that feel like people watch these. Like I know so many people watch Everything Everywhere All at Once who hadn't in the past watched Green Book and other shit, but they were like, oh yeah, that Everything Everywhere, that was really good. Even my dad texted me today and was like, hey, I seen something about that Everything Everywhere. You think I should watch it? What? Tell me about it. What is it about? I was like, oh man, best film of the year. Yeah, and they cleaned up.
What cracks me up too is like, thinking about the Rakakuni sequence when the raccoon and the dude's hat and the butt plugs. Like, it's just like there's so many random things there, and I'm like, wow, yo, this is the best picture of the year right here, and I love it. Like, I love that quirkiness and that just being different, being completely unique, and I think that's what I'm celebrating. Like, just the uniqueness and creativity of EAO is just awesome, and I'm glad that they got awarded for that. So
yeah, it really deserved so much, and I'm glad it got editing too.
Yeah,
like, and that was one I thought, well, it might not get that, because like it's just crazy all that it took away from everybody else.
Yeah,
because it robbed 3 movies of wins tonight.
Yeah,
in a good way. Hell, I'm happy with it. I know there are some that are upset and Elvis, but I don't know what to tell y'all. Elvis didn't do shit.
Right.
And a lot of people that like that.
As much, we'll see him. I actually liked Elvis. I liked Elvis a lot, but EAO is honestly my best picture. So I have no complaints. Like,
no complaints.
I thought it deserved it.
G. Colby saying his first time since The Departed that his favorite film.
My man. Awesome.
Yeah,
Colby.
That's a good favorite film to have too. Yeah, like looks like Lady Erin really not happy about that Babylon.
She's still mad.
Her Ren Geekness is not feeling that one either.
Sorry to hear that, Aaron.
I feel like that one. What really drove All Quiet to win that one was that little oboe that oboe melody that it used throughout the movie. That bum bum bum. I think that really brought it to a more memorable feeling of its score. I think. Now, I did think Babylon should have got it, but
Right.
like I don't think that's such a big surprise to me. The All Quiet one winning because it
You know, it
just
cracks
was
me
clean
up.
up.
Film Twitter had something to say about that. Like the simplicity of All Quiet. They were just like, oh, bum 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 won the Oscar, you know, and then to that same regard, they didn't even nominate Batman, which had a better bum 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 bum. Like that was more impactful to me. I remembered that
Oh
walking out of the
man,
theaters. So
that was a weird one to leave off.
right.
I was like Giacchino won before. I don't know why they left
Yeah,
that one off, but
really weird.
I too to see Cameron not being director. I thought that was definitely like at least a nom.
Yeah.
Ren was mad about not to.
Oh,
Yeah, I to be honest with you, G Colby, I think the only thing that had a chance of sneaking up on that was Lift Me Up.
yeah.
And that was a sneak. Because everything RRR was not to this year.
Yeah.
Everybody was giving it to HCA, CCA, everywhere where it could win a song, it was winning. Not to was winning.
Can
And
I
if
ask
they
you
would have
something really random?
yeah,
Like, I'm wondering because I don't know if there was like an issue with the production team or the director or why India didn't choose RRR, but do you think the violence had anything to do with it? Because
I don't know, man.
I was kind of shocked with how violent RRR is. Like, it's like real gory. I was like, oh wow. So I'm not
It's
sure.
damn
I'm
near
not
a
see,
Marvel movie.
and I'm actually surprised. Well, not even that. It's like more so because like the gore, like the puddle of blood, like awakening the crowd, and it's just like, man, that was pretty brutal. I don't know if people had qualms with that. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. So
Yeah, I don't know. After one not to though, I think they might regret that.
right,
Because it would have I think it would have easily be All Quiet.
yeah.
I
Oh,
think
for
if it was in
international.
there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I oh
You know what's
yeah.
funny is the final credits when they were doing that final song and they were all doing their dance and stuff. I was in my seat like, yo, the fucking triple R is the shit.
It
Like,
was dope, dude.
and it's like that. Like,
no,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
really a Bollywood guy, so that was kind of like my first taste of what Bollywood is, and I was
Oh
like, this is fucking
shit.
cool.
Oh man, there's some. I got a couple on the list. I'm going. Bali is one of them, and
Yeah,
it's got like 2
yeah,
parts, and I'm like, okay, I'm about to get into some Bollywood, man.
yeah,
Because
man.
these
No,
action
seriously,
films, that shit was tight, man.
they got some skill. I mean, the action choreography, the editing, and
Yeah, even
the
I
visual
know some people
effects, like,
clown the VFX, but I was like, I think the animals look awesome. I know
but
that.
dude, they look great. The tiger looked
Yeah.
great. Like
Oh
when he
man,
was
the
running
tiger
from
in
the
the
tiger
beginning.
and then like
Yeah.
held him up, I was like, yo, that looks pretty
Like,
real. So,
damn, this cat fucking yo, this woman at my screening after Rom beats up like all those guys, she got up and left, never came back. I was like, oh shit. Cause like I saw her get up and I was like, maybe she's just going to the bathroom. Nope, never came back.
jeez.
Like,
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, you know, for me, I didn't really know what I was getting into. So I hated Rom in the beginning, but I loved how he kind of had
same.
he had some redemption later. And it's
Yeah,
just like, if you don't stick
yeah.
around and then maybe that brutality from that sequence put her off, but it's like, there's so
Maybe
much
so,
more
yeah.
there. So
Yeah, man. Cause I was like, man, I remember going in and I was like, so what is this all about, man? You know, some revolutionaries and stuff. What they about to do? Man, I did not expect it to be that kind of action packed, but a lot of people pointed out that John Campia that he turned it off right after that. He's like, "Oh, it's so unrealistic that one dude could take out 20,000 guys." I was like, "I mean, man, we watching Marvel movies and stuff. You know what I mean?"
yeah,
I saw at the beginning it had that paragraph that basically was saying this is all fictional, like it's clearly all made up. None of this is real. Just the names of these 2 characters are borrowed from Indian history. And I was like, all right, cool.
yeah.
All right, I'm here, but I guess I'm
And
trying to
also, I
throw some
think
people off.
I also feel like there's not enough spotlight on. I think people know from history class and history books, like, okay, yeah, Britain kind of had a low key empire for a while, and So I thought it was interesting to see that in that manner, like, them kind of holding down the, India and, pretty much brutalizing them the same way that they might have done to us back when we did our Revolutionary War ourselves, but for America, whatever. But it was interesting to see that because I feel like because it's a foreign thing for us, we don't see it as often. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, Jai Ho. I love Jai Ho was dope, man. I love that Slumdog.
I was gonna say I kind of like that song a little bit more than Nazi Nazi, but they were both great.
Yeah, I think I can agree with you there, man.
Yeah, Jai Ho was a little bit more catchy, a little bit.
Yeah. Jai Ho is like, I think that's the bar right there. Nazi's almost here, but it's just not quite Jai Ho. RRR was really, really fun, Jacoby.
2 thumbs up, at least for me.
Yeah, I wish that one would have got nominated. I'm kind of glad Tar didn't win cinematography, because while there was some nice looking shots, I think films like the Batman and Top Gun Maverick being missed, I was like, I don't know if we can give it to Tar here. And yeah, All Quiet, it just really swept up those texts, man.
Yeah. And it's funny because I watched the original film before I was supposed to watch the new one. I actually haven't even seen it. It's the only Best Picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the only one I mean, it's not that like I avoided it, but I wanted to compare the two. And the original is incredible from freaking 1930. It still holds up, in my opinion. Like,
damn, 1930.
Yeah, they did a real good job with, like, the fluidity of the camera was impressive. Like, for that time, I was like, wow, like they were really doing stuff back then. They had some really cool one shots, going over the trenches, kind of like 1917. I could see where some of the influence may have came from that as well. So
1930, huh?
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, hey, how long was that one? Probably about an hour and a half, huh? Oh no, 133.
Yeah.
Minutes. No, that's a good. You in for a good while, bro. Yeah, that All Quiet, man. That new one, that shit was actually really good. I think I had it at number 3 on my ranking. It was very, very good. Behind EEAAO and Top Gun. Top Gun was so much fun. But yeah, I figured it wasn't gonna. I've seen some people really thinking it would win Best Picture, and I was like, I'm gonna need y'all to slow that down. I really don't think it had a chance at all.
I think for films that spoke for the people, I think Avatar and Top Gun, it's like you get your nominations, but that's it. Like, you just celebrate that, so
they're just happy to be there. It's
right.
Like them too. And then after it missed all like the 2 supporting categories and all that, I think Fabelmans, it was like, you're just happy to be here. At that point, I was like, yeah, they beat out Spielberg with the Directors Guild. Yeah, they winning.
Right. No, and that's I didn't realize the Writers Guild and the Directors Guild had so much sway. I wasn't keeping up with it, so
yeah, they don't always win, but like turns out a lot of the time they'll end up winning, or at least one or the 2. BAFTA doesn't usually get one, at least in that acting category. They ain't get nothing, and I'm glad that Barry Keoghan didn't randomly sneak up, snatch K.A. Kwan's. I'm glad Kwan took that one.
Yeah,
but
and don't get me wrong though. I think Barry has a bright future. I think he's great.
For sure.
But this is not his time. So
nah, man, nah. But was there any other shocks, like anything that stood out to you in the night as well?
Cocaine Bear, that was cool. I don't know where the hell. Funny. I don't know if Elizabeth Banks was sick. I felt so bad for her. I couldn't understand what the hell she was saying half the time. But that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny to have a big ass bear on the stage, because it's like, look, these award things, like, they kind of at some point it's like you can start going through the motions a little bit. It's like, all right, pretty people and people we like, okay, they're announcing and there's a performance here and there, but it's kind of cool to see them kind of have some fun, like some real goofy shit. And this is not to say that I don't like Jimmy Kimmel, but I don't think he's the best host for this type of thing. He should just stick to his talk show or whatever the hell, some skits and stuff. But I don't think he's an Oscar guy. I just think his jokes fall flat, and the Bear thought to me the Bear was funnier than Jimmy Kimmel. So that's what I took away from that. So the Bear was hilarious. Like with his, he was like doing all the he did Top Gun and then
right.
I was cracking up. I was like, yo, this is great.
Batman, Top Gun.
That was awesome.
What was going on with the number of slap jokes Jimmy Kimmel was talking about?
Oh, it's like,
I'm like, damn, dude, you keep on going back to that, bro. Okay,
he's beating a dead horse. He's reaching for some low hanging fruit. It's like, come on, you're better than that, bro. Like, come on now.
Yeah, come on, be better than that, bro.
That's a tired joke for real. Even when Eddie Murphy did it, I was like,
right. It's like, dude, ooh. And then Chris Rock had some bad things to say about Jada in his special. That shit was not funny, Lo. It was not even funny, bro.
I was gonna say I haven't even taken the time, but you know,
honestly, man, it ain't worth it. I just wanted to at least give it a shot. Like, all right, what's he saying here?
I was gonna say
I just don't think stand up is his thing anyway, because I do not remember any stand up specials of his that were funny, and this was not one of them.
I feel like he's just past his prime because you know. What was it? Bring the Pain or something from like 96, 97, something like that. And then he did the MTV. He did 2 MTV Movie Awards. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, he's kind of past it in terms of like his presenting his comedy to an audience, and especially with some of the things we've seen on the internet of him, just questionable things on him.
Yeah, with Louis C.K. and what's his name?
I didn't like that. Yeah, what's it? Ricky Gervais.
That
entire conversation made me just look at all in a different light, especially Chris Rock. So
like, don't be trying to egg them on to say the N-word. Like,
right. No, and it's like he was like allowing it. He was totally cool with it. Like
he loved it or something. I'm like, dude, you don't have to like stop all that bullshit.
No, look, this was my face this whole time. Anyways,
G. Kobe saying is one of the most beloved stand-ups. I know, and I don't think he's funny, but and from what I've seen from Selective Outrage, yeah, and he like talks about a lot of like cancel culture and stuff, and I'm like, oh fuck, like
I was gonna say his best joke is from 20 years ago. My favorite joke of his was, you know, there'd probably be less killings in the streets if we charged by the bullet. And then his bit was like, I'll kill your ass if I could afford it. You know, like, that was his best joke. And that was from like 96 or something like that, 97. And so he's definitely kind of past his prime, in my opinion. So,
that was that. Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld was there and he was like,
right. And then he said the right thing. He was like, I don't seek to find the humor in that. Yeah, you know, he wanted no part of that, and I loved it.
Right. Seinfeld was like, I'm gonna have to fucking see my way out of this. See ya.
Yeah, no, his face, he was like, whoa, what is going on?
Saw what happened to Kramer's ass. Saw what happened to him, bruh. Handling some black person and got canceled.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not saying the host is a mandatory thing. I mean, I think it's hit and miss. I think you have legends like Billy Crystal and then hits and misses, but Jimmy Kimmel's not that guy. And I'd rather they do the whole, what did they do last year? They had just like hella different hosts. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the solution is.
No host. I want to go back to the no host year. Let's just keep it moving. Next, the best supporting actress is coming up to present, blah, blah, blah. Let's just take every host out of it.
And to be honest, you're right, because the host does dominate screen time because they're trying to make people laugh. They're trying to do their monologues. And
Jimmy this year, it was ridiculous at the beginning. I'm not going to I counted, y'all. It was 13 minutes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Did you laugh at all?
No, I did not laugh at all. I know people, I did like the recognition for Woman King and Till. I thought that was cool. Then I was just like, all right.
Tyler's obsessed.
Right down here.
What, you got it?
Yep. I agree.
Let Megan host the Oscars.
Listen, Megan, Jenna Ortega.
Yo, hey, the curtain comes up. We see Megan with her fucking
dancing and shit. Oh man. Unpopular opinion. I actually like Seth MacFarlane's hosting gig.
I did too.
Better than Jimmy.
I did too.
There's a lot of people better than Jimmy, man.
I know that I saw your boobs thing probably pissed some people off, but I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know. I thought Seth MacFarlane was funny, and then he has like that musical background, so it's kind of does the song and dance thing. I don't know. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good, but a good year, I would say. How about you, man? I think overall, good year. What are
Oh, you
your
talking about just in as a whole?
yeah, as a whole, final thoughts on Oscars? What'd you think, man? I thought it was a good year.
Yeah. No, I thought we kind of mentioned this already. I thought all of the winners. I mean, I know Jamie kind of got her career Oscar. That's unfortunate on for the people that should have won, but I think she's a great actress despite this performance winning that. I think she's a great actress despite that, and I thought her speech was very not about her, which again
Mhm.
I think she kind of felt the energy like she shouldn't be there kind of thing. So she
Yeah.
kind of acknowledged like this Oscar isn't about her. And I really liked that stance. Like, and she was just pointing out like the crew, this is yours. Like my mom and dad, this is yours. Like it's not about her. I thought that was great. And just looking at the field of Best Picture, even good year. I really liked almost every single film, minus like Triangle of Sadness. I thought probably could have got swapped with like Nope or Pinocchio or something. But I really liked the field. I thought it was great. I thought Tar and Avatar, Top Gun. I thought they was all worthy to be there. So
I'm gonna have to hit you with a little disagreement there. I do think Avatar 2, Fablemans could have easily been replaced with Nope and Pinocchio. I do think Triangle of Sadness belonged.
okay, that's
Just because
fair.
it was at the second half for me. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Like that movie shifted into something I ended up loving. Because I was kind of the first half, I was like, all right, I'm along for the ride. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And then when they hit the island, love it.
You know, okay, so The Fablemans is an interesting thing. I don't know if it's just a shoe-in because it's a Spielberg film or something, but I actually kind of agree with you. I didn't love it either. But it does have moments that I do care for, which is it's conflicting.
Yeah.
It's conflicting because it's like that movie was very inconsistent. Like there's moments that I really really liked,
Yep.
especially when the kid's doing like his war picture or the
I
western, and he was
know, right? Yeah,
the
that was
creativity there was
fun.
really cool, and he did like he was poking the film to make it look like gunshots, and
Hmm.
see that stuff I loved, but it kind of just went up and down throughout the film, and yeah, I agree with you. I think Fablemans could have been swapped out too. I wouldn't have been mad about it.
Yeah, because Fablemans was good, not great. Like it
Yeah,
had its high highs, but its low lows.
yeah,
So I was like, yeah, for sure. But this year, good year for sure. I really liked. I think I'm with you in terms of like enjoying most of the best picture nominees. I do think some of them could have been swapped, but hey, I do think that there was a good lineup. The only one is that Jamie Lee Curtis, but like you, I agree, deserved. I was surprised at All Quiet and as much as it cleaned up, and pretty much EAO and that cleaned up tonight and took up all the opportunities from Elvis, Tar, and from Banshees, and that was shocking to me. But I think this might be a big sweep, one of the bigger sweeps in at least the last 5-6 years. It's a huge sweep by EAO, so I'm
I
happy for
agree.
them. I'm happy for Brendan Fraser. I'm happy for Ke Kwan, Michelle Yeoh, three very deserving legends that deserve their awards tonight. Even Jamie Lee Curtis, all deserve their awards tonight. So I'm very happy for them, man. But man, let the people know where they can follow you and what's coming up on your platform.
You can follow me on Twitter, Letterboxd, at Marcellus Durden. I'm a proud reporter slash editor slash critic and writer for the Cinema Spot. Check us out at thecinemaspot.com. I just posted a review for Creed 3. Check that out. Creed 3 is amazing. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it. Michael B. Jordan did a phenomenal job making his directorial debut. And I'm just finishing up my Women Talking review. I should have that out in the next couple of days. I'm definitely going to push the fact that it won Best Adapted Screenplay. And lastly, I did review History of the World Part 2. I just posted that a couple of days ago as well. So please check us out. Lots of great editorials and reviews from other great writers, not just me. Cinemaspot.com, thecinemaspot.com.
Guys, check out thecinemaspot.com. Follow them on Twitter as well. And y'all, you know where to find us. Here at Geekly Goods or here on YouTube. You can find us across other social media platforms as well. Follow us there. We'll be back next Sunday a little bit earlier, but we'll be back next Sunday, guys. So come on back next